The 2025-26 season is in full swing. Teams have already experienced strong starts, minor crises, and plenty of questions worth reflecting on. Now is the perfect time to revisit Kirill Kaprizov's contract signing with the Minnesota Wild, which made him the highest-paid player in the NHL. What does this move mean for Minnesota in the seasons ahead? Welcome to the B6 Players channel. Let's take a closer look at the Wild situation. Kirill Kaprizov's new contract will take effect starting in the 2026-27 season and represents nearly a 100% increase, raising his average salary from $9 million to $17 million. It's also worth noting that the salary cap is confirmed to rise to $104 million in 2026-27 and to $113.5 million in 2027-28. The increase from this year's $95.5 million to $104 million in the first year of Kaprizov's new deal essentially covers the entire salary bump. From this perspective, Minnesota faces no major issue. The team didn't have to scramble to find funds for the new contract. As of October 25, 2025, Minnesota already has 17 players signed from the current main roster for the 2026-27 season. The current roster includes 23 players, with Mats Zuccarello and Zach Bogosian listed as long-term injuries. As of October 25, 2025, Minnesota is projected to have $16,466,667 in cap space for the 2026-27 season. That's a solid buffer for rounding out the roster, especially since the team will primarily be looking to fill bottom six roles. Contracts for Vladimir Tarasenko and Mats Zuccarello are set to expire, but if they re-sign, it will likely be under similar or reduced terms. The defensive lineup is essentially complete. Zach Bogosian will be an unrestricted free agent UFA, while young prospects Hunt and Jiricek will be restricted free agents RFA, giving the team control over their next contracts. Minnesota's goaltending situation is settled for the long term. Philip Gustavsson has signed a new contract that begins next season, increasing his salary from $3.75 million to $6.8 million USD. This increase will need to be offset, which could be managed if one of Tarasenko or Zuccarello doesn't return, as their combined contracts total $8.875 million USD. Summing up expectations for the upcoming season, Minnesota should not face any issues with the salary cap. For the 2027-28 season, the team currently has nearly $43.5 million USD in available cap space, and for 2028-29, that figure rises to almost $63 million US. Of course, this space is tied to the number of contracts. Minnesota has 11 players signed for 2027-28 and only 6 for 2028-29. These numbers will change, but just like next season, the team has ample room to maneuver under the cap. Additionally, the starting goalie position is secured long-term. On defense, players like Faber and Middleton are signed through multiple seasons. Jonas Brodin's contract will be addressed in 2028-29. In the forward group, Minnesota has Kaprizov, the centerpiece of the team, along with Marco Rossi, Matt Boldy, and Joel Eriksson Ek. As is common in today's NHL, the core of the team is under contract, giving Minnesota a strong foundation for the future. The situation for the 2029-30 season is not yet under review, as the projected salary cap has not been announced. From Minnesota's perspective, it's also important that the team retains its draft picks for 2026-28. The only missing selections are second-round picks in 2026 and 2027, but in 2026, the team holds 2 fifth-round picks. This is a strong starting point for potential trades and acquiring NHL-ready talent. So what's the conclusion? Minnesota made Kaprizov the highest-paid player in the league. While the salary figure may spark debate, the facts suggest the contract makes sense. Kaprizov is the cornerstone of the team, and if the Wild can fulfill their ambitions, his deal will be seen as a strategic move. For the first 3 years of the contract, the team faces no cap issues. It's clear the cap will rise, as will player salaries, but from our perspective, Minnesota has enough flexibility to manage its situation. And if Kaprizov leads the team to a Stanley Cup, or even just to the finals, the size of his contract will be quickly forgotten. It's important to view the deal not only looking forward, but also in hindsight. That's why it will be fascinating to revisit this contract in 4 or 8 years and see how it played out for both Kaprizov and the Minnesota Wild. Thanks for watching today's video on B6 players. If you enjoy hockey analytics, salary cap breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes NHL insights, give us a like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your thoughts on Kaprizov's deal. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you in the next video.